Hi, we're going to get started on our side dish today, which is rainbow root vegetables that we're going to roast in the oven. You're going to set the oven at 400 degrees. Our vegetables that we have today are purple carrots, yellow carrots, and golden beets. These are all vegetables that you can grow in your own garden and store in your basement for months. We will also need salt and pepper and some olive oil. You'll also need a sheet pan with parchment paper, a knife, and a peeler and cutting board. This takes about 5 minutes to prep and 20 minutes to bake. So let's get started with peeling our vegetables. Make sure you're always peeling away from your body and that you have a good grip on your vegetable. And you just do nice long strips. All right, so now that we have peeled all of our vegetables, we have their peelings left. So most of the time, most people just chuck them in the garbage. We are going to be saving them. What are we saving them for, you might ask? We're going to be using these later on to make your own So we're just going to throw them in our Ziploc freezer bag, even it out, and we're gonna press it so we get all of our air out. And then we'll just throw these in the freezer for when we're going to make our stock. So now that we have peeled our carrots, we are going to trim up the ends. And these ends can also go in our stock bag that we're saving up. So the great way to cut root vegetables for roasting is to do diagonal cuts because it gives a greater surface area for the heat to get to. So you have a prettier roast and it takes less time to cook. So we're just going to cut at a diagonal like this. So we're just going to cut at a diagonal like this, and be sure you're keeping your fingers away from the blade. And if you look at the center of our carrots, they still have some nice orange glow to them. They're coin-like at a diagonal. So we're going to cut all of the carrots and the beets like this. You just trim off the ends and then you cut them like this. Okay, so we are going to drizzle about 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil on our veggies, and you can monitor this by how much you cut. So if you're just doing a small amount, just use less olive oil. So I'm just going to do a quick drizzle and stir it up. And this is far healthier for you in general because it doesn't have any extra preservatives like you would get from a can of green beans or a can of corn. It doesn't have the salts and it doesn't have the preservatives. Sprinkle these on our sheet pan. And if you notice the ribbons of darks and lights in the vegetables, it's just cool. One of the reasons that I love trying different kinds of vegetables because you get a little different every single piece that you use. So we have that, and now we're just going to grind some salt, some sea salt, and some pepper on there. And you don't want to overdo it with your salt because the more sodium you have in your body, the harder it makes every organ work. So we're just going to do a quick over each, and then we're going to flip it around and do some pepper. This is going to cook in the oven at 400 for 20 minutes. At the 10-minute mark, you're going to take it out and just give it a good stir so all the surfaces of each piece get a nice roast on them. So these are going to go into the oven now. Hi, we are here about to make you some great lunch. It's quick, easy, and as a mom, I swear by it. We use romaine lettuce, Roma tomato, avocado, deli turkey meat, and everything bagel seasoning. We also will need a cutting board and a knife. It's a pretty easy, quick thing to put together when you're in a crunch. So first, you take your washed romaine lettuce and you set it over here. We are going to layer our turkey meat inside. You can use any kind of protein you'd like. If you do a rotisserie chicken and you have leftovers, you can throw them in here too. It's another easy grab and go kind of a thing. So we're just assembling the beginnings. Of our wrap. You want to make sure that when you're washing your romaine lettuce, you wash it very good because you want to reduce the possibility of getting salmonella from the bacteria that grows, because it, as a plant, it grows straight up in a stalk like this. So anything that is caught in here in transit or while it's in the ground growing stays on there until you wash it off. So next, we are going to slice our I cut off the stem area and set it in here. And then I'm just gonna do some nice slices down. Okay, lastly, we're gonna cut open our avocado. So the best way to cut an avocado is you just start and you just rock your knife. Avocado is you just start and you just rock your knife along, and you're going to cut open your avocado. To get the nut out, you insert your knife like this and then do a twist, and then it pops right out. And then I like to score my avocado crosswise. I'm going to do that to both of them. Grab your spoon and you're going to run it against the skin of your avocado so it comes out nice and clean like this. And you'll do that for both sides. So we will layer our avocado inside. And then you're going to just sprinkle your everything bagel seasoning on top. And here you go.